Bronny James, that's right, LeBron James's son, he has now announced that he will enter the NBA draft. He will also
And the transfer portal.
Yes, he will also keep his eligibility and enter the transfer portal after just one season at USC. Had kind of pedestrian numbers at USC, but let me tell you, a little bit of devil's advocate right there. Number one, he had the heart procedure. He had the heart incident that kind of kept him from joining the team at the beginning of the season. He didn't play the whole season, maybe never got his footing. He was a highly touted prep star, and at points he did have flashes. That's not the exciting reason why teams would possibly think about drafting him after one season. What is the reason, Vlad, that a team might possibly draft Bronny James even though he hasn't had the greatest numbers at USC after one season?
Because you could get his daddy.
Because Pops might be rolling on over.
You can get daddy.
You could possibly get daddy. LeBron has said that before he retires, he wants to possibly go on and play with his son, Bronny James. This could be the perfect opportunity. A lot of people say he sucks. What in the world? Why? Well, I'm here to tell you. If you're a team that's kind of middle of the draft, late in the first round, might want to go ahead and take that chance. Because remember the other day, Vlad, we went over that Tyler Hero 2019 draft and who was before him and who was behind him, and it was a whole lot of nobody, and he was 13th. Just looking at last year's draft, the Raptors, they took Grady Dick from Kansas, who's a good player. He's okay. 14th, the Pelicans, Jordan Hawkins, who? From Connecticut. Doesn't really do much with the Pelicans. At number 15, the Hawks took Kobe Buffkin. 16th last year, the Jazz, they took Keontae George of Baylor.
He's good. He's actually good.
The Lakers, Jalen Hood Shafino.
Yeah, well, yeah.
The Heat, Jaime Jaquez Jr. Okay. The Warriors at number 19, Brandon Podziemski.
And he's playing very well. He leads the league in charges.
Rockets, Cam Whitmore.
Pretty good.
Nets, Noah Clowney.
Yeah, he's a clown.
Nets, Derek Whitehead. Blazers, Chris Murray. Kings, Oliver Maxence Prosper.
Okay.
He's okay. Grizzlies, Marcus Sasser.
He's played.
Pacers, Ben Shepherd of Belmont. Okay, so what I'm getting at is
it's a hit or miss.
It's a hit or miss. So there's a chance 50-50, maybe even better, that you'll miss. So why not go out there, draft Bronny James, and see where the chips fall? And I'm sure you can talk to Daddy and say, hey, man, if we happen to have interest in your son, would you happen to have interest in coming to play for us? Because we know LeBron just is a year-to-year guy when it comes to his contract.
It's a package deal, man. Look,
why not?
He's letting you know. He's letting it be known that he would love to play with his son, but he's also trying to make it like, oh, a year or two, this, that, and the other. You hear that he's only thinking about a year or two. Well, it's got to be something. You guys, are you still chasing rings? Because if you're chasing rings, then you're gonna go to the best scenario possible. If you're also chasing rings, if you're a team that wants to put asses in the seats and is still competing, then I think, yeah, you may want to consider at the 40-year-old man who's going to be in his 22nd season. And I really look at it. If there's a couple teams that this will work out for.
There are a couple teams.
There are a couple teams. So here's what I'm looking at. If you're thinking that you can draft them, I think you might. I think the Miami Heat would have to consider looking at LeBron. And okay, if Bronny doesn't get drafted and needs another year of school, there's a program down here that up until this past season went to the Elite Eight and Final Four the last 2 years. And they have a hell of a coach who would get the best out of Bronny because Bronny fits the game that Coach Larinaga likes. He likes defenders. He loves guards. You see what he's done with guards. You see what he's done with Nigel Pack. You saw what he did. Who was the year before? Who left?
Isaiah
Wong.
Cam McGusty.
So I think Bronny going to the University of Miami under Coach Larinaga and Bron coming back to Miami, and we'll play some things in the next segment that kind of makes it seem like a lot of burying of the hatchet has gone on, and he's the way he talks about Spo, the reverence he has for Spo is you could tell that he loves Spo and Spo still loves him. It all depends on what if they squash the beef with him and Riles. But I really do say I really could see the James family returning back to South Florida. Why not? It's the best state to retire. Florida is the best place to retire. You've had fun here. Why not? You're gonna retire again. You're going to retire, not again, but you're gonna soon retire. Why not retire in South Florida? You could travel back and forth. You got jets. You could go back to Miami and
the
LA.
lay of the land and everything like that. And I mean, okay, we've talked about this, and a lot of people have talked about this. Why would you draft Bronny James? Of course, number one, because LeBron James might play. Number two, though, is a lot of the financial things. Like you said, you want to put people in the seats. You want to sell merchandise. You want to have a lot of hype around your organization. If you can get Bronny and LeBron, whether it works or not, as far as wins and losses, it's a win financially. You're going to sell uniforms. You're going to have everybody go to every single game, everywhere you go. It's going to be a circus. It's going to be fun. It's going to be wild. Bronny decides, though, or does not get drafted. He has to go the college route. Why not the University of Miami? He knows Miami. We've got a great NIL deal. You think John Ruiz could use Bronny James as an endorser for Life Wallet or for whatever? Yeah. You think Bronny James could sell some stuff down here in Miami? Yeah. So it looks like more and more likely that at least maybe Bronny James coming to Miami, whether a Hurricane or a Heat member.
And why not?
And the other
because he's not going to be a first. I'm sorry, he's not going to be a first round pick, Kuzan. So we know that.
Take a flyer on him. What if you're like, but what teams would it work for? The Lakers. Let's say they want to keep LeBron James.
But it makes sense for a team who's in the 20s, late 20s, who has a chance, who's competing.
The 76ers. That's the team I think.
What about Dallas?
What about Dallas?
What about Dallas? Why not? What about Dallas? Why not Dallas? Why wouldn't the Mavericks? Why wouldn't Mark Cuban draft Bronny James with the chance of having LeBron and think of that big three of Luka, LeBron, and Kyrie?
And let's go with this. A team like the Cavaliers, the nostalgia of bringing LeBron James back. One last dance. But the new generation is here too. Oh!
Why not the Knicks?
Are you, as a Knicks fan, are you down?
We got a crap load of, we have too many draft picks that's ridiculous. We could draft LeBron Jr. We could draft Bronny and bring LeBron in. Listen, I would take the package deal.
I don't think it's the worst deal.
I don't think it's the worst package deal ever.
As a Heat fan, I'm scared of the 76ers draft Bronny James late in the first round, and LeBron says, you know what? I want to go to Philadelphia. That's scary.
So I'm not going to take a free agent who's either the best, the greatest, or second greatest basketball player ever, who's still at the age of 39, dropping 25, 7, and 8.
Yeah, he could
shooting 42% from the free throw, from the 3-point line, and shooting 52% from the field. He's still him.
Yeah.
So if I add him on a team of young, ready to win right now, or even a team with vets that is ready to win right now.
He's a big step towards a championship if you're one step away, like the
ultimate
Knicks,
piece.
Like the Cavs,
like the Heat,
like the 76ers, like the Heat. That's just the East. In the West, the Mavericks,
right
woo, the Lakers, woo. Well, the Lakers, we know what they are with him kind of, but what if the Mavericks go out there and they make a move? Man, that's a good team.
Man. We don't care, Sergey. You could change the station if you want. He doesn't like Sergey. I don't understand people. Like, you may not like the man, but you can't knock the fact that he's still him.
That's the other question. Okay, let's do this. If LeBron comes back, does everybody do an about face that hates him and says, oh, everybody likes him? It's Spo and him, obviously, bear the hatchet. Riley likes him. He's back here winning with the Heat. What happens to the haters? Do they do an about face?